fundamental buying practices when you are purchasing a buy to let. So the first thing first is location, location, location. You need to make sure that the location you are investing in is worthy for the investment. So if you are looking to invest, ideally you want somewhere where there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of residents, a lot of options for you to rent your property to, depending on what type of property you're looking to do. It may be a HMO, might be a buy-to-let, might be social housing, but nonetheless, that tenant type needs to be in the area that you are considering letting your property in. So understanding the numbers, getting to understand what the location is all about, going there, checking it out, being there physically, speaking to agents, and really getting a good idea on the location. The last thing you want to do is purchase the right property in the wrong location. So doing that ahead of time, research, is fundamental. The second fundamental thing to take into consideration when purchasing a buy-to-let property is understanding the numbers. So you need to make sure you understand what an investment is. What does it look like? How does it work? What numbers are used to quantify this project? What processes are used to quantify and qualify this project or this investment? So it's very important to understand the core fundamental things around investing in property, around understanding what an investment is, so you can go ahead and make those sound decisions based on what you know. So understanding the numbers will help you understand the money that's necessarily to purchase, to renovate, versus the money that you get back. You would want to know, how do you calculate those numbers? How do you get to work out an investment is an investment? The best way to do that is speaking to a mortgage advisor. They'll be able to guide you on so many different things. Of course, doing your own research so you have an idea, because you don't want to just go there completely blank. That will waste their time and it will probably waste yours. So if you want to get some real detailed information, the best thing you'll do is do your own upfront research, and then when you go to speak to your mortgage advisor, it's purely based on you and your circumstances. But understanding how it all works is vital. There will be costs around renting the house, there'll be costs around purchasing the house, there'll be costs around professionals that are involved in helping purchase the house and renting out the house thereafterwards. So you would want to get an idea on who these people are, what their costs are, how and when do they come into the process, and really understanding how it all works. The third core thing, fundamental thing you need to do when you are purchasing a property is being open to doing renovations, being open to purchasing properties that require work, being open to, get your hands a bit dirty. I think when you're new to property, you're new to investing, you want to just you need to be fully involved. You need to let it embody you. You've got to become it. And that means taking a little bit of risk, really burying your head in books, really understanding it, even getting a mentor if you feel like you need a mentor. They will also give you shortcuts. They will help you focus on areas that you need to focus on and tell you what you don't necessarily need to focus on. They'll also help you with different stages. So having a mentor is very, very good and useful. But the third core and fundamental thing is being open to renovations, purchasing property, adding and increasing values where necessary. I mean, I remember that being quite a scary thing to me, because I was always, we're like, well, are we going to get the end value? Are we going to get the end value? That was always like the scariest part to me. And sometimes to this day it still can be. But I think once you know the processes and you do whatever you can to do those processes, then the rest is in God's hands. You got to leave the rest to God. You know what I'm saying? The aim is you really do need to look for a genuine discount. So coupled with number 3, I think not only just being open to renovations, but you need to be able to find a genuine discount. That's your thing, is purchasing property wholesale, getting property on the cheap, doing it up and then selling it on, just like what they do in the cars, okay? But being open to those processes. So I hope those 3 core fundamental things to take into consideration when buying a buy-to-let property will help you when you start doing yours. Good luck.